This meeting is being live streamed. Ah, there we go. We are live.
All right.
Zoom.
We are live on Zoom. We're doing the Zoom thing. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're here on a Saturday, and we couldn't be more excited right now because we have the one, the only, the notorious Rum King of the UK, Steve the Barman.
Buongiorno, the Rum King of the UK. You've got the number one, the world's number one rum community. I listen to you.
Now that we're part of it, yes. 100%.
Say hello to my guys. Bingo Ringo. Hello, mate. Jack Pimp.
Love it.
Bonjour.
I'm loving it. I'm just jumping in. So you guys know how this rolls. As I jump in here, I'm getting up the comments. I'm going to start sharing this over into the Facebook group as we do it here. So as we get going, for those of you out there that don't know, Steve, why don't you tell us who you are and why you love vodka so much?
Vodka. I go better. I love gin. It's all about gin. Juniper flavored vodka. Hello, boys and girls. For those of you who don't know me, why not? Why the hell do you not know me? Shame on you. My name's Steve the Barman. Cocktail bartender all my working life. This is year 28 now. Wow. Year 28. Loved drunk rum most of my adult life. Captain Morgan's like my first one, and Lambs. And then I got sort of sidetracked by other brands in, where are we? Sort of very early 2000s. I've had my YouTube channel since, 2014 officially. I started uploading properly in 2017. And then it kicked off in COVID. Went and then niched properly into rum on YouTube August last year. So I'm a month and 20 days into niching specifically into rum. Flipping love rum. Love spiced rum, love normal rum, everything goes with it. Yes. Who have we got in here? A lot of my lot. Hello, Windy. Hello, Philip, Karen, Sean, Chris. Do us a favour, boys and girls. Stick the link of this stream into our Discord as well. Good old boys. Someone for all those technophobes that don't know how to handle Discord. So yeah, that's me.
You know, Roy Air is our tech guy here. Yeah. He really keeps all the stuff going here.
I'm way too old. Way too old.
So what's your story behind rum then?
Yes. So our story, which nobody on our channel's ever heard of. Yeah. We're super huge rum professionals, straight out of university.
Oh. Hello. I don't know whether I'm still live. I don't think I'm live. I might be live. If I'm live, I don't know. Oh, they're back.
Okay.
Are we coming back?
Are we coming back? Steve?
I can see your logo.
What? We let you on the show for like 2 seconds and you're already taking it over.
But mine still says live. Am I live? I don't know whether I'm live or not.
Like this.
Oh, I am live.
Yeah,
I'll just take
live.
over the show. Hello, boys and girls. Well, this is not a Sunday rum day. I'm on live with a couple of amateurs in the US. They forgot to put 50 cents in the meter.
Video.
I started recording. I could hear that.
There we go.
There they are.
I think.
Oh man!
All right, so I don't know. Can people see us? Are we on the screen? Are we visible?
Can you see us, Steve?
I can see myself. I can see you. Yeah, I can see you too.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know if if the live can actually see us. We might have just messed everything up in 2 seconds.
No, I think.
Oh, here we go. We're in.
I think you're fine because the comments are all about me. So I think you're fine.
Man. So we're back. So we're gonna get back. So thank you for hanging with us through that
Oh,
technical difficulty. That was crazy. So our story is that we actually we're from Iowa, right? So middle of the United
Landlocked
States,
Iowa.
and we're nowhere close to where rum really
A lot of
comes in here.
cornfields.
And we grew up drinking beer and whiskey. That's a big part of the Midwest here in the States, and
Yep.
that's what we drank. And we actually discovered rum after Royer actually started traveling, doing some cruises, right? Started bringing some rum back. And what ended up happening was we were sitting at the dinner table and we were pouring ourselves drinks, and we started giving each other some banter back and forth, and just kind of making fun of each other, enjoying drinks. And one day my wife looks at us and is like, "You guys should just record that, put that on YouTube."
Yeah.
And so we were like, "What the heck? Why not?"
So we did.
So that's what we did.
So what was your Royer? What was your first rum? First ever rum?
Well, my first ever rum was Bacardi Supreme. That was my very first rum.
Supreme.
Yeah, Superior.
Oh.
Superior.
Ah,
I was gonna say it's not like the pizza, right? They didn't have vegetables to it.
what was yours, Rob?
So mine was actually Sailor Jerry was my first rum, and it was the rum I drank all when I started, drinking and whatever. There you go, Captain Spice, the original, right?
That actually wasn't my first. I'm not sure whether I've got my first. Oh, I have got my first. I have. That was my first. Look at that. Yes.
There it is. The
Oh.
dark.
See, that was out before Spice. Spice was the thing. So you
I
can't,
love it.
you know.
I don't even remember that. I might be too young to have seen those. I don't know.
I remember that.
Behave.
Man, no,
Yeah,
that's
so we can.
Isn't it funny though? One thing I want to point out is all rum journeys start at the beginning. And so that's why this is the best and most welcoming rum community in all of the world, because there's no judgment. It's no judgment over there. There's no judgment over here. This is why we love you, Steve. And this is why we're super pumped to have you here, is because we all know people start in different places, and that's okay. We're all different levels.
Okay.
We're all here to just have fun experiences, try new stuff, and just realize how much is out there.
There's
Exactly. You got to get every single rum geek to admit that they've had Captain Morgan's, and then
every single one.
You know when you do like public speaking, and someone gives you the tip, it's like, don't look, just picture the audience. Everyone poos the same, rum geeks all the same. Everyone's starting Captain Morgan, and they're lying if they don't. They're lying if they say that otherwise. It's true.
It's true. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. So as you guys are jumping in, thanks so much for joining us in the live. We see you in the comments here. I appreciate all of you. If you guys got questions along the way, throw them in. We'll try and keep up our best. If we miss you, throw it in again. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us here. Real quick, before we get any further, I just want to know what's in the glasses tonight, boys. What do we got? What are we all drinking?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So for me, I'm having a little Plantation XO.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
So extra. I've actually got a Frigate Reserve 21 year, age 21 year. I went extra.
Hold that to the camera. I can't see. No, to the camera, not off camera.
Other way. He's over here. He's over here.
I've got to train these boys.
There you go.
There we go. That's better. What the hell is that?
Yeah, so funny story about this bottle. We were gifted this bottle by the company, very awesome company, and
Frigate Reserve.
And so we ended up with this bottle, and we ended up doing the review, and then it just so happened that a couple days later we ended up on the back patio. And what happened is we started finishing the bottle. Now, we didn't get all the way through it, obviously, but as it went down, we found that we became more fun. And Mom, for those of you guys who have seen Mom in some of our reviews,
that's my wife,
decided that it would be fun to sign the bottle with my name and make it look like I was signing our bottles now. So she signed my name on it, and then she wrote Mom was here, on the other side, so that we would never forget that Mom was here with a smiley face and wrote my name on it. So good things happen when you're drinking rum.
You got something really special there.
That looks amazing.
Well, I just thought I'd make you all jealous because you lot don't get Cuban rum, do you?
No, we sure don't. We don't.
So we've got two of the best, two whoppers, Cubans. There we go. So my lot got me that as a birthday present because it was my birthday a few weeks ago. So that was there. Thank you very much, you guys. And then my apparently it looks a bit sad on its own. So my very good friend sort of gifted that to me as well. But Ron Kube, that's that. So.
I love it.
Oh my goodness!
Is that like a real case? Like
wow!
Yeah, it's proper, isn't it? So
look at that.
18 years old. and
Look at that.
14-year-old white. Look at that. Look.
That's amazing.
Oh
See
my
that behind
goodness.
Oh, I love it.
Hang on.
Oh man, look at that.
I need to
That
get-
is incredible.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
That
You
is
know, I love it.
incredible.
Different parts of the world. Obviously, we can't get that, which stinks, but it looks beautiful, and I hope someday to get to try it. I think it's amazing.
Man.
It's your hang on. It's your Havana. Let me get this right. Your Havana, is that Cuban or American? It's Bacardi,
American.
isn't it?
American.
We have the American one, so
Yeah,
it's
right.
Havana Club, but it's not the Cuban.
Right. I always get confused by that. I
Yep.
know it, but it still confuses me every day.
Wow, that
So yeah, so all this little bit, I thought I'd make you jealous. I thought I'd have a little reorganization. All this little bit here is like dedicated to Cuba.
Oh, he's
nice.
just rubbing it in.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I see
I see how this is gonna go.
We came to play.
Yeah.
And to be fair, all that little bit down there to there is UK.
Okay.
So we've got lots of UK. I've only got what 4, 1, 2, 3, about six UK distilleries. We've got loads in there at the moment, but I have got a token US one up the top there.
Just a
Montana,
token
we were
one.
chatting about.
Well, something we have that I know you're going to be really jealous
Oh,
of.
yeah,
if you
really
haven't,
jealous.
If you haven't seen the review, I know you haven't had the Black Heart.
The Blackheart.
So take that. That's literally amazing rum. Yep, I know you're. Yep, just look at it,
Just look at it.
and you can watch that review from us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, back there.
It's
You'll,
got
you'll
a
understand.
really nice screw top lid.
Super nice. It's
Real-
got an
really-
$8
oh, yeah.
coupon for the $9 bottle.
Yep.
Super amazing.
Where, who, what, when? Where's that from?
So this is actually a rum company out of Bardstown, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here in the States. So yeah. Oh man.
It smells like candy.
It smells like Easter Sunday.
Yeah. And
It tastes like broken dreams.
yes.
What?
So-
What's the worst purchase you've ever made?
That's up there.
That
Was $1.
Oh, really?
yeah, that
I
was,
would say, so here's the thing. One thing that people don't know is your palates, everybody's is different, right? And so when you're getting into rum and you haven't had a funk flavor before, your first experience with a raw, authentic, like Jamaican pot still rum can be quite daunting. So
yes.
I think my worst purchase, truthfully, is probably because my palate wasn't ready for it.
Oh yeah.
Because I know
Definitely.
people love it, but was just straight the funk. Just straight the funk. It's
Hey,
called-
Ganimal. Where's Ganimal? Someone tag Lee. Someone tag Ganimal. He'll be right up for that. The funk. What's the ABV on that? Or proof or
So
whatever?
this one came out to a 50%, 100 proof,
100 proof.
unaged, heavy pot still rum. At the time,
Wow.
I didn't even know what that meant, right? Like this has been a whole journey for us over
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And that's what's fun is everybody in the community is just kind of,
So
it's
we
all a
cracked
journey.
this. So we cracked this bad boy open, and I remember thinking to myself, people actually pay money for this. It's like, what do we have going on here?
Yes.
It's
Absolutely crazy.
So did it put you off if you tried others?
Oh,
No,
yes.
yes. So
Absolutely.
we actually enjoy
Yeah.
more of those flavors now. We found rums that incorporate it that isn't just that heavy, unaged pot still straight. I'm still not there yet. Royer's starting to get a better feel for that stuff. But it's growing. And I think that's a big palate development. We've been doing this since 2019. So when you got, 3-4, you're going on 4 years of, palate development, it definitely helps.
So all right, quick question. We're not getting geeky, don't worry. But have you got like a style that you like? Do you like we're not going like cane juice or molasses or anything like that, but column versus pot or blend or like what do you prefer?
Actually, I probably
Bloody hell, this ain't mastermind.
Like you
Man,
stumped.
man.
That was a super hard question.
well, I'm thinking
Unprepared.
I've got all these rums going through my head right now. It's like
I'm a big fan.
I like a column still, but there are some rums. There are some companies out there that actually do a double distilling process where they actually do a pot still first, and then they do a column still after. And
Of the same juice.
of the same juice.
Wow,
Of the
that's
same
cool.
exact juice.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I was kind of stumbling around there. Since we got the funk, we have discovered a lot of pot still rums out there that do a wonderful job. For example, I mean, one of our favorites is this company right here. They're out of Sandy, Oregon, and
Nice.
just rum. This is their Maplewood aged 3 years, which is really a unique process as well, because we couldn't find, he looked and looked for somebody to make the barrels. He was looking for a cooper to make the barrels out of Maplewood, and nobody would do it. He finally found somebody in the States here, and the problem with Maplewood is it seeps so poorly. So you put in, you know, your rum, but it ends up seeping through because it's such a porous wood. So it's you know, so how this got to be 3 years, but this is also a pot still product, and it's very vastly different than the first pot still product that we tried.
And I love Maplewood Rested.
Yes,
Man,
this is a
very unique,
rum.
very fun. It's a fun way to get that flavor with not too much sweetness.
So amuse me, what's the sort of dollar price on that? Just give us dollars. Don't worry about that.
This is about $50 US.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
what's the 'cause I saw you had it. One of the four squares you had a couple of weeks ago. I forget which one it was now. What was the dollars on that?
A few weeks ago.
yes,
Yeah.
we have the man.
So compare that to what's the price on that compared to the
This
one you
is
just showed?
this is a $90 bottle, $90 US.
Wow, so nearly double.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So really, what we found here in the States for us, if you're looking anywhere between that 30 and I'll say even up to a $50 price range, you're gonna pick yourself up a really nice bottle of rum. You really are here in the States. So,
Yeah.
but it's about $30 to $50 somewhere in that range.
Yes.
Cool. It's fascinating because
Isn't it crazy?
Our prices over here are just they're so not on par with anywhere else in the world because of tax and import duty and all that sort of stuff. It's crazy. It's, you know, El Dorado. The big example I throw around all the time is this little bad boy, which is one of the first proper rums I ever got on El Dorado 12-year-old.
Yes, we got that one too. Fred, who watches us, is a huge fan. It's like his favorite rum.
I mean, Fred on tonight.
Yeah, I think he's in here with us. There, you'll see him under the Jag Pimp name. And
is that Fred? Yes, Jag Pimp. Yeah, we know Jag Pimp. Yes,
it's just, you know, it's such a good rum. It's nice smoky flavor.
So how much is that in dollars?
I remember right.
You don't.
No, this was. I think
back in 1962.
I
think we paid right around $55.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's 55. I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're starting. Okay. So we learned on that we need to mark the bottom of the bottles with the price tag because we will not remember every single price. So we started doing that. Genius. But we didn't do it till later. So all of our new reviews have
we were already a couple of hundred rums in without marking the bottoms of the bottles. Then we just recently this year started, hey, we need to mark the bottom of the bottle so we know how much we paid.
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean, I see this all around the world. So like the Canadian contingent will quite often say that, you know, this is about $30 to $35, sometimes even cheaper. That's coming out at like £22 UK. And for you guys, $26. I've just got a little app here. I love doing that because we've got worldwide audience. You know.
Okay. So I want to make sure I understand. You're paying like $26, $26 US for that.
We're not. No, we're not. We will be paying. Hang on, let me. So that's roughly some places in Canada.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Then, which is not a million miles away from you. Let's be honest. But then our price, roughly, give or take, will be $41. Your price.
Okay.
But then in Germany, in Europe, that'll probably come out at about $35.
And
it's just got, it's one of these
really crazy.
Weird brands that's just got a completely different price in every sort of continent or country that you go to. It's nuts.
So
understand that.
So Steve, you've got the 12-year there, right? What's the percentage on that? Is that a 40%?
Yeah.
Okay.
So speaking of that, because that's kind of one of the things we've talked about.
Nice
right?
segue, professional.
We're segueing. Look at this segue. So as the title states, is rum different when it's sold in different countries? Same rum, different country. is it different? And one of the reasons this got brought up was actually your video that several of our followers were watching, and we kind of came over and you did a comparison between Kraken rum and the Kraken UK version and the Kraken US version. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your findings there?
Well, I did this. I did a Kraken review before I even niched into rum. It's like about 3 or 4 years old now. And I always, it confused me, the comments, because I would always get the US people going, I absolutely love it. And then the UK people sort of slating it. And I was like, I can never work out why. It can't be, it never dawned on me back then, 4 or 5 years ago, that it was 2 different products. And it weren't until I kind of went down the rabbit hole and looked at it. And so the US version, which is coincidentally in a bigger bottle, 750, is a 47%er. So what's that? 94 proof.
Yep.
And the UK version is 40, which is 80 proof. But even that, they taste completely and utterly different. They're still sort of black, dark vanilla rums. You get the vanilla off both of them, but they're completely different. Completely different. No one, absolutely no one, would not pick the difference between those two. Even a novice would sip them and go, "Oh, different rum."
They would think that they were just completely different brands, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is amazing.
But then Captain Morgan's, we were chatting about this, like Captain Morgan's is, it's a stupid brand, stupid example, but Captain Morgan's is a different recipe in every single market. They blend it specifically for that market. So the Captain Morgan out in Asia will be a lot sweeter than what it is in the UK. And the UK is kind of the spiced rum kings, if you like. Our whole market is geared towards sweetness. It's just bonkers. Sailor Jerry was another one. Sailor Jerry, Sailor Jerry was the king of spiced rums in the UK. It was almost as big as Bacardi and Coke as the Barkle. Not many people would come into a bar and go, "Can I have a rum and Coke?" It would be, "Can I have a Bacardi and Coke, please?" Whereas if they went up to a bar, it would be vodka and Coke. There was never any brand involved, or a gin and tonic.
Okay.
But Bacardi had the Barkle. Sailor Jerry took on that mantle. Sailor Jerry became the new Barkle. Can I have a Sailor Jerry and Coke? We used to sell tons of it. And then they just randomly changed the recipe overnight because they wanted to go more premium. But coincidentally, that recipe was exactly the same as what William Grant at the time was sending over to the US. So, yeah, it's just, it killed the brand over it. Absolutely killed it. Killed it overnight. Crazy.
It's crazy. And it's just so wild. I just want to understand, as a rum reviewer now, and as we're in this industry, we already had the impossible task of trying every single rum, but now we have to try them twice or 3 or 4 times, depending on what country we're in.
Yes.
Which has just got a whole lot harder. Do you know how much rum we're going to have to handle now?
Well, it's just like, it's 4 times more now.
Goodness. So I'm glad you're 21 and I'm glad I'm 21 because we got a long way.
I've had a little bit of a rough life at 21, but yeah.
we sort of had my end of the chat before we went live, but I didn't get yours. So if you got Dorleys there,
we do have Dorleys here. Yep, in the United
Dorleys
States.
in the Flor de Carne chat. So if you got the 3-year-old, because I showed you both. If you got
here, so we don't specifically have it. We haven't been able to obtain it. It's in the States, but what's unfortunate about the United States is we're all divided. We got all the different ones, and each one of those blocks has different laws, rules, and regulations than the one next to it. So one state might be able to get Dorleys, whereas us in Iowa are not, because they don't. We have so many. We're a controlled state. And so we have tons of rules and regulations and paperwork they have to do to get it here. And since our rum market is not huge in Iowa, a lot of companies just don't make the effort to do it because they're like, why bother go through all the hassle just to not sell that much? So we're changing it though, because we're telling people about it.
Yeah.
So which one of these two would you get? Would you get Flor de Carne quite easily?
Yes, we can get Flor de Carne.
So what's your ABV of the 4-year-old, the white?
Well,
or even the 12-year-old. Let's go for the 12.
The 12.
The 12 is 40%.
Yep, 12 and 40.
Right, okay, that's standard. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, which is crazy. It's so weird.
It's like we were just saying before we went on air. Like, I don't understand in the UK. I've not got the other bottle, but the Flor de Carne 4-year-old comes in a 37.5% and a 40%. Like, genuinely, what is the point of that 2.5%? I do not understand that. The Dorleys
matters. Everybody knows. That matters.
The Dorleys I kind of get. One's 40%, one's 47%, or 94 proof and 80 proof. I can get why we have both of those, but why? I just don't understand why they would sell
a true real rum connoisseur can taste that difference.
Yeah, that 2.5%.
That 2.5% difference
makes a big difference. Yep.
You know, it's just so funny seeing that. Obviously, you can't, and it's so minimal. It's so weird. But
what sort of other Spanish style brands have you got there? We could chat about this. This would be quite interesting. Have you got like
are you talking more Spain side or like Mexico?
The Spanish style, so like Dominican Republic, like what else we got? I'm trying to think. Dominican. What we got? Venezuela. Even Angostura. Because this really shocks me. Angostura, 37.5%, and they're a premium.
Yeah, we got 2 Angosturas up there.
So we got the 7 and the 1919.
Oh snap!
Which both come in at 40%.
But yeah, that's pretty much national, international. It just goes out the same. That does.
So, you know, what's awesome about this journey, and I just want to point this out here, and I appreciate your insight into this. This is really cool. So, like, literally, we got into this and we didn't realize how big rum was. We obviously we called the show. If you go back, there's a whole story on how we named the show, but we actually named it Just Drinking because we thought we were going to run out of rum.
Yeah. You know,
and there wasn't enough for us because we had no idea. And little did we know we're never leaving rum ever.
Yeah,
we're here to stay.
And we love it.
And we love it.
We love it.
And we're grateful for that. But it's crazy because there's so many different kinds out there. It's never ending. And you get new ones every month. You're getting new rums somewhere that's doing something. And I think it's really cool. One of the ways things that's come of this is being able to meet people from different areas that get different rums. Now, up to this point, we've actually only been able to meet with other influencers of the United States. So real quick, just some of the people that have been a part of that journey: Drums and Rums podcast, really great. Paul from Drums and Rums, Jami from Ready Set Rum, Nia from My Rum Diaries.
Jami's here, so you got to give a shout out to Jami.
Jami's here. I know Paul's here too. I know Paul's in the comments too, and I know Nia from My Rum Diaries is around. I don't know if she's here today or not, but that's been kind of our crew. Like Paul calls it the Rum Posse. I love it. Been fun, and so we actually reached out to you because we're little us, and we're just like, we want to talk to somebody
that knows what's going on
in a different country that has a whole different perspective. Let's find out about what's rum doing all the way over in the UK. And I think it's absolutely amazing.
So I could drop some my lot will know this because we chat about this quite a lot, but we just to give you the US and that side of the world contingent of the UK market. And this is what people don't understand really about rum and how the direction, what it needs, and why I love educating rum geeks, because they really don't understand it. So in the UK, it's just officially tipped over £1 billion sales a year. So its growth is like that. Like gin was the last trend. Gin is it's not dying. Well, it sort of is dying, but very, very slowly. It's not like that. It's sort of plateauing out, but on a downward. Whereas rum sales are now just gone up like that. Now, the 1 billion, you kind of think, this is what rum geeks just get all excited about this, and they don't comprehend what that actually means. Well, over 60%, you're probably actually talking 63, 64% of that is actually spiced and flavored rum. And you get all this hate towards spiced and flavored rum from the rum community. It's not rum. But what they just don't understand is that rum, El Dorados, your Trinidads, your TDLs, your DDLs from Guyana, they need that spiced rum community. They need the sales of that spiced rum so they can afford to reinvest in their own businesses. And this is what they just do not get.
It makes perfect sense.
I mean, I would go on a rant forever just talking about when the rum geeks out there. It's funny because I know like Doc Brown from Really Bad Rums brought it up a couple times. Like, I give it to these people and they give me all these critiques and stuff like that. And he's like, these people, they say they're these rum connoisseurs, but they're plumbers by day. They're electricians. They're normal people.
Yes.
Just their palate, and they think that they got this thing. And the thing that I really appreciate about this is we're all on equal playing field. We're all just trying rum. And the thing that everybody needs to know is if rum's gonna grow, there has to be that spiced rum market, the sweet rum market, the flavored rum market, because it hits such a big palate diversity for people to be able to get into rum and sample some of the flavors without it just being those flavors, to develop the palate so that they can actually get to, like the funk. I'm not going there off of square one. But after I'm drinking Plantation, and I'm getting into other rums that blended in such an easier way to drink, I'm now going to try some of those funkier notes because I've subtly been able to have them. And that's why we're all about positivity here. We don't hate on anyone. We don't care what you drink. You got to start somewhere, and that's okay. It's all about just having fun.
We won't tell you that you're doing it wrong. If you find a rum product, whether it be spiced or flavored or whatever, if you're enjoying it, great. Yes. I'm happy for you. You found a product that you like.
I mean, you look at the big brands, right? And I've just got a couple here just to kind of show. Havana have cottoned onto this, so they've released Havana Cuban spiced. Okay, so we've got that. Yep. We know Richard Seal, the biggest, he's got this whole tribe, and he produces some fantastic rum. So can't take that away from him. He's got a flipping spiced rum, 4 Square spiced.
Exactly.
One of the very first to do it properly.
Yep.
Trinidad, Angostura have just literally dropped their spiced rum.
Yep.
Plantation have got Cane Rock. It's under the Maison Franc, not Plantation brand. But so all these big brands understand that they do not have money to reinvest, or they're missing out on a huge chunk of money if they do not invest in the spiced and flavored rum market. So you can slag it off all you like, rum geeks.
I want to say this because I see it in the chat. So I'm going to get there. I don't know how I'm going to pronounce it right, but Geraint,
Big G. Just call him Big G.
Big G. I'm going to tell you what, I love this. He's like, I think there needs to be a safe place for rum geeks. You're safe here.
You're safe here.
You're safe. We're not throwing shade as long as you play nice, we play nice, because we agree that the rum geeks are talking about some very serious stuff, which is very and it makes
valid
sense.
Valid points.
As long as we're not telling anyone what they can and can't do and knocking anybody for it, enjoy it, love it, because yes, there is reasons you like that stuff. And I appreciate you throwing that in there, Big G. You're safe on these channels.
So I've got he won't mind me talking about him at all. He's a lovely guy, Geraint. He's in my community, bless him. He found me. And he's probably explaining it in the chat now. It takes him like half an hour to type. So sorry, we wind them up left, right. So, but he found me because he is, in his own admission, he is a proper rum geek. He's sugarcane juice, agricole, loves that stuff, the French sort of style of stuff, which to a lot of us is like, as Windy, you'll see a guy called Windy in here. He calls it baby vomit or baby sick or whatever, agricole, right? But chatting to G and putting our opinions across, listening to him, I've now sort of started to go down this whole cane juice agricole journey. And you know what? There's phenomenal stuff out there. So you've got to kind of listen to the people that know what they're talking about. Yep, but the point is, they don't listen to what we're talking about, a lot of them. And that's
and it's all everybody's got good suggestions. There's no wrong answer on the table. Everybody's taste is different.
But many times it is one-sided. It's just one-sided. So you're not going to have that with us.
And if you wonder what the string comments are, we've got the order of the string, which is like anything plantation, basically anything in string. Although Brugal has just sort of joined the order of the string.
Back here,
my lot love string.
That's one of the.
Oh yeah. Yep, so there you go. You got the Brugal.
1888.
You have the 1888, Steve?
Yeah, I did. I've not got it here, but that's amazing. I tried it a few weeks ago, and the best way, I've never done it like this, but it was amazing. So it was a rum show for us, all the brands under one roof. Brugal were there, and they had, it was 85% dark chocolate there. And do you call them banana chips? Like dried banana. Yeah, banana chips. And just to have a little mouthful of chocolate and then a little mouthful and banana just brought out so many different flavors of that rum. It was unbelievable. Love that. Rum and chocolate, fair enough, but I never contemplated drinking rum with eating banana chips. Amazing.
That's amazing.
I've got a lot of love for them now. Yeah.
That sounds
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No,
so brands like that I absolutely love. It's because they love educating as well. They don't. It's a decent 1888. It's a really decent rum. It's quite a healthy price. It's a premium in the UK. It's a premium upgrade. Probably super premium. We'd go entry level. Premium is our next level up, which isn't actually premium at all. It's just there, and then we go super premium, ultra premium, and then on top of that. So I'm guessing super premium for you would be roughly about the $90 mark, $90, $100. before you get
somewhere in the
funky,
low hundreds.
low hundreds.
Frigate here is 115, 120.
120.
So I mean, I think low hundreds is probably super premium. We get there. I would say probably starts around 90, goes up into the low hundreds for super premium.
Yep.
Yeah. Nuts. Yeah. So, UK, it's not too dissimilar, but there's certain brands that I get asked, and I kind of keep pointing them your way and Jamie's way, and I forget the other one now. Who's the other?
Nia?
Someone else. No. There's
Paul from Drums and Rums?
No, he'll come to me.
All right.
But I get asked a lot for like I can't even say it. Denizen,
okay,
and Cruzan and brands like that, and we just don't get them.
Yep.
We just don't get them in the UK because a lot of the other thing that people don't cotton on from your side is that we will only really take 700ml bottles or 70 CLs, whatever you want to take. We will take the litres, but not many brands will bottle in a litre. So the smaller brands cannot physically afford to bottle in 750s for you and 700s for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
That's interesting.
But the thing is, the US have just opened that out now. The US are now starting to, or certain states at least, are starting to accept 700s. So you will see over the next year to 18 months, you will probably see a lot of your brands actually change their bottles. So when Glasgow, there's a massive glass shortage at the moment in the world.
Oh, yes. Yes, there is a massive glass shortage right now.
So when that sort of sorts itself out, you'll probably start to see a lot of the Caribbean brands actually bottle to 700s, because then that just means it's so much easier for them to ship to the UK and Europe. And
I'm sure the price will stay the same.
Yeah.
but we'll just get less.
But then you kind of, this is the other thing that a lot of people don't understand. What should we kind of pick on here?
So as we say that too, because what, like paying the same price, something I want to say. So I saw this thing and it made me laugh the other day. You know how when they reduce on costs, they never just increase the price. They keep the price the same. They just lower the amount that you get it. So I think of chips when I think of this, how the bag just keeps getting emptier and emptier when I buy a bag of chips. More air. I saw a picture the other day. You know what a bomb pop, the rocket pop, has like, I don't know.
They may not.
I don't know, but basically it's a popsicle that's got red, white, and blue down it. Big American thing, right? Everything's red, white, and blue over here. They literally put it on everything, but it's a popsicle. And literally somebody opened it up and the whole blue on the bottom was just gone. It was white and red on the top. And I was like, there you go. It's a perfect example of how it just keeps getting smaller and smaller. We got rid of the blue here in America. It's just red and white now. Forget it.
So I just want to, this might blow some people's minds as well. And I want to get my facts straight. I'm not 100% on this, but you realize a lot of brands, especially the big brands. So Appleton is owned essentially by Campari these days. So a lot of these brands, they do not bottle out in Jamaica. They actually ship over to Europe in great big, you know what I mean, by IBC containers, plastic containers. They actually ship the liquid over to like Italy, and then it gets bottled in Italy and then sent to the UK. So that saves them a lot of money. So there's certain brands like for us, the Appleton 8-year-old is one of those rums that is just a crazy cheap price for what it actually, for the quality it is. And you kind of think, well, hang on, how can they do it that cheap compared to other brands that can't? Well, simply because it's bottled, so they're not paying the weight of the airfare or the cargo, the freighter. They're just shipping over in IBC containers, which will save them, in the grand scheme of things, millions of pounds a year.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy, but it's awesome. It's a beautiful thing. It's all starting to work. And I love that the US is starting to take this on. You know, we were discovered with rum. It was all a big part of our upcoming and our growth. And then obviously the tax went up on it when we separated and had our independence. And so we started making whiskey. And, you know, I put out a whole video talking about that. And then we went straight whiskey because we could make it here. We had, you know, the corn and everything to make whiskey. And then, you know, we really lost rum. And now rum is making its comeback right now in the United States. And over the next 5-6 years, you're just going to see it grow and keep growing. The rules are getting better.
It sounds like awesome. Steve, I mean, you're mentioning over there in the UK, I mean, sales are starting to go up. I mean, they're going up, right? For the rum industry.
This will be funny as well, but I'm going to go off tangent, but it's a funny story.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how it will sit with you guys because I know you've got really strict.
We're gonna get
whiskey laws.
super angry.
No.
Really intense.
I don't mean like that, but I know you've got really strict whiskey laws. Well, obviously, because the UK, because gin trend is gone, rum is starting to come in. You've got all these spiced and flavored rums, crazy stuff that you never even thought of. Like for all you guys in the US that don't really talk about them too much, but like we'll get like passion fruit and coconut rums. Stuff like that. Yeah. Right. Whiskey is feeling a bit left out. So we've started to get flavored whiskies. Either at the moment, Scotch and Irish, like Jameson's has just got on orange.
Yeah, they just did an orange.
Yeah, but
I haven't had it yet.
Hay Club's obviously dropped an orange, but there was another brand. I forget what it is now. But the for all the whiskey, I don't like whiskey. I really don't. But this is the interesting thing because obviously the rum world buys up all the ex-bourbon barrels.
Yep.
And then ages the rum. But what happens with those barrels once they've been aged with rum? So we've started to see a lot of whiskies now buying up, especially UK whiskies, the rum barrels, and now we're starting to get rum cask whiskey.
I love it.
So it's this whole.
Let's get it done. You know what's crazy?
That is crazy.
The rum barrels here for us, like the biggest things I've seen them used for is aging cabbage. That's a big one with the communities, right? That's a big Bosnian trend. They do that. And so we got a pretty good, at least where we are in the United States, a pretty good influx of them. And so they barrel cabbage and age cabbage in rum barrels and whiskey barrels and stuff like that. And then I've got like a cherry rum blend pellets for my pellet smoker, right? So like, they get used for a lot of odds and ends and random stuff, but like, I mean, you don't see it. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how whiskey takes on rum. I mean, I'm interested.
I think that's the thing, really. The UK is sort of synonymous with gin. It always has been. It's the elite. It's all this, that, and the other. But there's not too many directions you can go with gin. You can flavour it up. Mm-hmm. You can add all your different botanicals, but once it's done, it's done.
Right.
What we're starting to see with rum now, we've got all this evolution with different yeast strains, different sort of cane juice and pot still and columns. And what you were talking about, Roy, at the start, like the juice getting distilled in pot and then redistilled, like that's new as well. All right, you might have a blend of pot and a blend of or a pot and a column and blended together. But very, very rarely ever will you have heard of pot blended, collected, and then distilled again through. So you've got all this crazy stuff, and it's just going to keep evolving and evolving and evolving, and probably won't go anywhere for quite a while. To be fair, hopefully.
I love it. So I gotta say,
10 years from now, it'll be Captain Morgan's again.
I love it. So I just want to chime in real quick because I always forget to do it. I know I got some great people in the chat there that help us out with that, but if you guys haven't hit the thumbs up yet, or hit the subscribe to come hang out, we would love for you to do that. Obviously, got to be subscribed to Steve the Barman. Got to be subscribed to Just Drinking. If you love hearing about new rums every week, talking rum, hanging out, you got to be in the communities. And we're really excited to get to hang out with you. Honestly, your quick response to us, we weren't expecting it. And this
blew me away.
This was just so much fun. Just
so,
really cool.
I mean, this is really incredible. I mean, so if you've never seen Steve the Barman, any of his videos out there, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need to check it out.
Where you get a talk from Roy here,
right?
Yeah.
So,
so for those of you that don't know, I'll do a quick plug. I'm not worried about my videos through the week. You'll find them, you'll see them. But I do a live show every Sunday night, UK. So it's 8 p.m. UK. So if we're taking that Central Time, that will be 2 p.m. Central Time, UK. We get the Canadians, we get the US on. We sometimes get a few Aussies because it's breakfast time. And I'll go on for about 2.5 hours. So I'm on for a good sort of 2.5 hours. It's good fun, but that's Sunday nights. Anyway, as you were, carry on.
No, Roy can't start his Sunday without his morning rum. I mean, that's why we have coffee flavored rum.
Yeah.
The whole reason.
See, this is quite funny. I know you don't get that, but
you took everything from me.
Actually,
Mr. Black said that to me. So this is the new thing. So this is Mr. Black coffee liqueur, but it's in Bundaberg barrels.
Okay.
Coffee liqueur aged in Bundaberg rum barrels.
I am loving this bottling right now. That's freaking amazing. So he's running to get it. So we got This is a really fun one that we got. These guys are out of Florida, Naked in Jamaica, which is a
I'm
rum.
loving these names.
I know it. And so this is a gentleman. He's out of Florida. He owns an airport. Name's Kermit Weeks, and he literally just came up with this rum, and it's just meant to blend with orange juice. That's what it's built for. That's what it's for. It's just for going in orange juice, which I didn't realize how big of a deal rum and orange juice was until I started realizing more and more people do it down south. But this one's built for orange juice, and I'm going to tell you what, this is, it almost has like a mapley, it's sweeter, and it's kind of got like a mapley kind of a sausage and syrup kind of a feel to it, kind of a like a sweet end like that. So it almost feels like you're having like some pancakes and syrup mixed with an orange juice when it's all blended. And it's just absolutely delicious.
So
is that got just very one quick question? Is that a flavored rum, or is that just taken on the flavors from like a maple barrel?
It has to be flavored.
It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't know if it actually directly says, because one thing we're fighting for.
That is one of the things. Go ahead.
One thing we're fighting for is for the labels to be more distinctive of what's in the actual rum, because
some of the
they don't tell you enough. But yes, I would say 100%. It's got to be flavoring and stuff.
It's got to be flavored.
I really doubt this gets there in any natural capacity.
But I mean, it's still a very interesting product to mix with orange juice.
The cool part I'll say is,
have you ever done that, Steve? Have you ever had a cocktail where you just take rum, just mix it in with orange juice and some ice cubes, and that's it?
Rum and orange? No.
Exactly.
No,
I thought the very same thing.
And you can do some good rums.
So there are portions of the world, though, that's actually how they drink their rums.
No,
is with orange juice.
Wherever they are in the world, they are wrong. I'm gonna let you have your little 2 minutes of fun, and then I'm gonna get you making daiquiris. We're gonna
awesome. I can't wait.
Awesome.
So
we're gonna smash your rum, because I know you like your Coke and your Pepsi and all that.
The best mix. We're backyard rum drinkers from the beginning.
Baby.
If you guys haven't seen our reviews, you're new here.
Yeah.
Don't hate on us. We do it with every video, but we take every rum and we mix it with a Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi.
It doesn't matter if we spend $1 or $500 on a bottle of rum. We do it.
If it's $501,
it's gonna get done.
We'll reconsider. But I mean, up to $500, we do it. And the reason is because Captain and Diet, Rum and Diet, Bacardi and Diet, and Coke was so popular that a lot of people that are unexperienced in rum, that's how they're going to try it. That's what they're going to do.
That's going to be their go-to.
And so that's why we mix it like that. Yeah. And Greg, I saw your comment. I'm going to get it out here before we get too much further. So that's going to be a fun surprise.
Okay.
Oh, I could go on. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Go on.
One of the things that you had just mentioned. So Kraken, I don't know if you've seen this over there.
Yeah, we get it.
The black
roast. How about rum Java?
Yeah.
Cream.
Is that the cream one? Yeah,
I've got
it. That's cream one.
Espresso rum cream.
Right here.
They do several too, and I mean it's fun to see these coffee flavors come out and be able to do some stuff. Makes for a fun start to a golf day. There you go. Yeah, Cacao Man. I love it.
I love it. That's awesome.
I love that. It's too amazing.
Let's get a daiquiri on and we can carry on.
Let's do it.
Before we do it.
Okay,
hang on. Are we going to be able to use the best rum that's ever been created by man? From Just Rum, you have Rum Dog Millionaires.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Royer on a shark and myself on a pickle. And you can see the bottle's got pickles and hot dogs because it's made in America, which that
Steve's like, what are you doing?
That picnic rum that you wanted all the flavors of a picnic of pickles and hot dogs and relish in a rum all in one without actually having to eat the meal.
Oh, yeah.
Right here, Rum Dog Millionaires.
Yum.
You know, it's amazing. It might turn your skin green, but you're gonna love it. It's just incredible.
You left him speechless.
Super
He's not even
premium.
sure what to say. I think we broke him. I think we broke
What?
Steve.
And what if you two pregnant?
We just look that way, but no.
Wow. Pickles and sausage, hot dog sausage.
So during one of our live shows, we have our live events
on Wednesdays.
On Wednesday nights. Typically, it'd be 7 o'clock at night. It would be 1 o'clock for you in the UK. But Just Rum was on our live show. They were listening to us and stuff. And Robert and I, we got into a banter back and forth on something. I don't even remember how it even started.
And we were drinking, we were having fun, and we came up with the craziest rum we could think of. What would be the most American cool rum? We named it Rum Dog Millionaires, which we started a rum club now on our Patreon that revolves around Rum Dog Millionaires.
And so we had that on one Wednesday night, and I get contacted from John at Just Rum. It says, hey, the next week, he says, hey, you've got a package that's going to be delivered at your door today. I'm like, okay, not really sure where this is going, but okay. So I got home and I opened it up. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. I wish you could read the label. So him and his son put this whole thing together, and they used some of their simple white rum and tossed the pickles and tossed the hot dogs in there. His son did the graphics for the labeling, the whole 9 yards. They put it in a box and shipped it over to us because they're in Sandy, Oregon. We're in Iowa. Shipped it to us so that we could have it ready for the next Wednesday night. And we got it that Wednesday. So they went through and did all of that just for a joke. And
pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. Pretty fun. Okay.
So, not to deter too far, let's get back to real rum that actually exists. I mean, this rum exists, but you don't want to taste it.
No, you don't.
I've lost there it is.
And we did actually taste it.
We did taste it. We did a one-time tasting.
Would not recommend.
And then we sealed the bottle.
Yes. It will never be opened again.
Never be opened again.
Wow. On that note, I just I've got nothing. Go right. See, it's quite funny. My rum geek here is like talking about spiced rums, and Deborah said we've given him, we've sort of trained him a little bit, but he just wanted me to mention it's nothing that crazy, but one of the kind of most authentic sort of spiced rums that's just rum. It's Cuban, so obviously you won't get it, but it's called Black Tears, but it's also essentially is Cuban rum, but it's flavored up with coffee, cacao, and a dolce pepper with Cuban sort of pepper in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nothing like that, but we've got some proper nice spiced rums that haven't got the sugar, that haven't got all that. There's just rum and flavor. So
yeah.
That's really
that's what it is. So are we making daiquiris?
We're making daiquiris.
Let's do it.
For the first time. We're gonna make a drink other than Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, come on.
Do it.
Rock your world. So, I mean, if you ever had a daiquiri before?
We've had daiquiris for sure. I mean, more than I can count.
Yes.
And are you talking like the frozen slush puppy things?
Well, I've had those as well as mixed daiquiris, like
okay.
Actually,
right.
Yeah.
We'll let you off then. We'll let you off. So we're going to do daiquiris are the best way to drink rum. Of course they are. I don't normally do this, but I've even got fresh lime juice, fresh limes. I've normally got my lime juice already done, but it's the best way to drink rum. And I'm a big sort of light rum daiquiri kind of fan, but I know other people will go off in dark rum, aged rums. There's no right or wrong. I just love my light rums. But so how sweet are your palates?
Mine's sweet.
I could kind of gauge it, but
mine's sweeter than his. I'm a smooth, sweet rum guy. That being said, I can get up into the stuff, but usually when stuff gets over 45%, it starts to get hit or miss for me, just with the punch. So I like stuff to be smooth, but I mean, I don't like if you're asking at like 18%, 23% rums. That's not really my forte. I don't like my stomach to hurt. But I like stuff 35, 40%, easy to drink, kind of stuff like that.
Okay. Have you got a shaker each, or are you just making?
Yep, just one. We got one.
We got one shaker.
We have to share. Our budget is just, we spend it all on rum.
We did.
So whatever rum you're going for, pick your rum. It's just whatever rum you want.
You got a type of rum preference?
As I say, I like white. I actually really like sort of column still Spanish style of rums in my daiquiris, but I can't give. I've got my grand finale coming out on Thursday, so I can't give too much away. But
let's do that.
Do this.
That sounds great.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
We're gonna get real American on this.
Yep.
So we got Just Rum's Uncle John's cut. You know, we got a sign back here from a couple rum companies. We got Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum, and then we got Just Rum. So you know our favorites here. That we don't put a sign up for nothing. Okay.
So, I've not got that, but I've got American rum. We've got Montana, so we'll use that. So you want 60 mil, what I call a double bubble. So 2 measures, 60 mil. Go on, we'll do it proper. So if you're going to make 2 in one, you're going to make 2 in one, or you're going to make just one?
We're going to make 2.
We're going to make 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So 120 mil then.
Wow. Should have brought your reading glasses.
Rum.
I told you needed your reading glasses
rum.
for this. Should get you a monocle for the show so one eye can see the other way.
Okay, now hang on. Just so you know, this is 122 proof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's American.
Yeah, baby.
122 proof.
122 proof.
Nice.
All right. Well, then what are we doing?
We'll go for the lime next. Is that
Okay.
on screen? Yeah, it's on screen. So I'm going to do. So the daiquiris. This is the thing. This is what not many people think. It's like everyone's got that different palate. You know,
Right.
You'll be sweet. But the thing with cocktails, it's a lot easier to sweeten them up than it is to sour them back down. So you can always add more sugar. You can never take away.
Okay.
You know, so
Yep.
what I always try and say, because I don't know whether you realize I do cocktail masterclass as well, hen parties, bachelorette parties. That's
Awesome.
That's kind of what I do. So I always sort of stay on the side of caution. But if you know what your daiquiri ratio is, you go for your life. You do that. At the moment, I kind of drink I'll do a 6-2-1 tonight. So 6 parts, so 60 ml of rum, 20 ml of lime juice, 10 ml of sugar. But if it's your first daiquiri, I would go sort of 4-2-2. So essentially, or 45 ml of rum, 22.5 ml of sugar, 22.5 ml of lime. It's completely up to you. But I would, I like rum forward. So I've done 60 ml.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 22.5 ml of lime juice, roughly. Give or take.
Squeezer.
I think we're going to be better off.
Do you know what these are
I
called?
believe in you.
What squeezer have you got?
What was that?
Have you got one of these? What squeezer have you got?
No.
We got our bare hands here in America.
Oh yeah. So this is called a Mexican elbow. Do you know that?
No, I did not.
Nice.
Yeah, Mexican elbow, because as tradition has it, all the blokes trying to impress their carnivals, the festivals. They
That's
try and
what I
impress
do. That's how
try
Roy is
and
currently
squeeze
speaking.
limes and lemons in there, and that's exactly what that does.
Is that how
Never
you're
let
supposed to do it? That's what Roy
Never let the
does.
truth get in the way of a good story. Yeah? So yeah, squeeze all that nice, fresh, zesty lime juice in there. That'll be perfect. What have we got? Nice.
Beautiful.
Is that about right?
How many
See,
milliliters did you say?
How many milliliters?
I'm doing, so if you've done 120 of rum, I would start off with 30 of.
Perfect.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did it.
Just, yeah, you can add a bit more citrus, but I would have probably gone sort of 45, 50, but as we're live, it's fine.
Yeah, this is really our first kind of break into cocktails. It's something we've been talking about doing for a long
Yep.
time. So I think it's amazing. We honestly just haven't broke into that aspect yet.
I think for all rum lovers, I think the daiquiri, like I've got nothing against rum and Coke or that. Coke Zero,
Right.
that's what I would do. Coke Zero. I've got nothing against that, but the true test and the true profile of rum is the daiquiri. It's the simple, it's the citrus and the sugar that elevates the kind of rum. And I know Big G and a few others are going, oh no, just drink rum neat. But honestly, there is nothing like a daiquiri. So, and it's just your sugar. Whatever, what do you call it? Simple syrup, don't you?
Simple
syrup.
Gone, yeah,
Well, this is what
gone,
we've got.
cane sugar, whatever. So I would match the sugar to whatever lime juice you've put in. I would do the
Okay.
same amount for that.
So probably like 35. Just go above a little over the 180.
And then you could always, that's what I say, you could always add a bit more if you want.
There you go. We're gonna be pros at this by the time we're done. I
Yeah.
swear. I'm gonna start a bar or something. I mean,
The beauty is, before you film, you can actually sort of prep up like lime and sugar in a ratio, in a kind of, I call them Grolsch bottles, but you've got the swing top bottles. I've seen
Yep,
you've got
yep.
a couple. Yeah, just prep your lime juice and the sugar in there, and you could just go rum to shake, done. You don't have to faff around with your limes or whatever.
yeah.
And it's just shaking it with loads of ice, but it has to be loads of ice. You want to get it really, really cold. Right. Fill this up. My ice is in the freezer.
Lots of ice.
And this is the secret to perfect daiquiris, because I see this every single week. You know, people are just going and then do it.
But all cool, like gotta get it up above it. You're not doing it. You
Yeah.
gotta get into it. I believe in you.
Wait, you're supposed to shake from the heart. Like I can't. For some unknown reason, my shoulder rotator cuff's a bit weird, so I've never been able to sort of shake from there properly. So I do shake up here, but I get bad shoulders. But you've got to get it proper welly, all right? But that's what you want.
I feel like Steve, you have this great long stride, and Royer's like that massage bed in the motel that's like.
this is when it's cold enough. Look at that. Look.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. We don't have that luxury.
No, ours is plastic.
We don't have that luxury.
Look, ice. It's like proper. It's like ice. That's when it's cold enough. And it's that chill that will give you the best taste. And then you don't have to worry about this, but obviously I'm going to double strain just to get all the little tiny bits of ice out, but just pour it into your glass, whatever. If you can get rid of the ice crystals, do it. If not, don't worry.
You know what's awesome is this sweet plastic one has a strainer built right into the top. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. Looky there.
We're working on a budget.
No, honestly, you told us today we needed to have these things, and so we went out and got the quickest ones possible. So we will be upgrading at some point here.
Okay, so just go ahead and pour it in.
Yeah. Oh. The best bit is it tastes so good after you've given it like a proper shake. It's like such a great cocktail.
Right.
They're not sold, are they?
Wow.
They're not sold.
That is the best
I'm
Uncle
liking
John's
this.
cut I've ever had.
I'm liking this a lot.
So what you've got to do now for your own, just not on camera, but like in your spare time, is just work out your perfect lime to sugar ratio.
Yes.
Like, does it need more sugar? Does it need less lime? And all? Once you nail the perfect daiquiri, it is just the best thing ever.
Well, not only that, but I think we're going to play around with some of the different rums.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so now that we've got, we'll get the limes kind of figured out, the simple syrup figured out. And then we just, I can see us doing like several different rums.
Yeah.
Same concoction.
Yeah, this one's 122 proof and getting into something that's more 80
out.
proof. And
Right.
for sure. It's awesome.
It's just
I love it.
I can't handle the fizziness too much these days. So, for me, daiquiris are just like, but
So delicious. I love it.
This is delicious.
It's very delicious.
I'm
a little confused because our cup gives us a bunch of recipes. It's one of the luxuries of the plastic cup. And it does have a strawberry daiquiri on here. And ours is just nothing like this. It's so weird because, it says I need schnapps. I don't know. We didn't use any schnapps. Some light rum, lime juice, and powdered sugar. I didn't see that.
What is with that?
Powdered sugar being in here.
Is that the daiquiri?
And strawberries. Yes. So you can tell how a little different it might be if you pick up the American shaker from the store down the road.
No. Rum, lime, sugar. Boom.
So Steve, let me ask you this. What is your favorite cocktail to make?
Oh, daiquiris.
One right here.
Because don't get me wrong, I love a Mai Tai as well, doing the Mai Tai. And the Mai Tai is just a daiquiri with orange and almond, but it's all about the rum blend at the end of the day. So the Mai Tai, do you know the Mai Tai, proper Mai Tai?
Because
you did the zombie rum the other day,
zombie
didn't you?
blend, yep.
Well, see that would be a perfect kind of blend for the Mai Tai as well.
Okay.
That. So the Mai Tai is essentially a daiquiri, it's rum, lime, and sugar.
Okay.
But you add in orgeat, so an almond syrup essentially, but with orange flower water in it. And orange liqueur, orange curacao, something like that. But the difference being, whereas the daiquiri is just focused on one rum, the Mai Tai is finding that perfect blend of maybe definitely at least 2, but maybe 3 or 4 different rums that really complement each other and going in that. So people get so pretentious about their blends of rums, but there is no right or wrong. It's just what you love.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So you had mentioned earlier that you do bartending classes,
bachelorette hen pies.
Okay. Do you do any of the classes online?
Not these days, no.
Not these days.
There is a couple of videos on my channel still from back in the day.
So if you're watching, check out Steve the Barman. He's making cocktails. Check it out. Definitely. Right
at the start of COVID, I did one of my first ever live shows.
Yeah.
Before I started doing them properly. So I've been doing live shows now for over 2 years.
Awesome.
Every Sunday.
Awesome.
I've missed a few because I was ill, but one of the first ones I ever did was roughly Easter time. So about 4 or 5 weeks after we got locked down in the UK.
Yeah.
And then I did my hen party cocktail masterclass live, which was quite fun. Yeah, but the whole point
I need to check that out. I gotta go check that out.
Love it.
Young, fresh faced, about 2 stone heavier, no beard, bit more hair. But the daiquiri, I love making the daiquiri so much because it's the face, because it's such a simple cocktail, but it's like, wow, that tastes really good. It's that kind of thing. It's the reaction from the customer or the guest, as opposed to, or me or whatever, as opposed to like making something really fruity, like a tropical punch. Don't get me wrong, I love them. I love zombies, I love punches, I love all that sort of stuff. But that rum, lime, sugar, ice, proper frozen ice, and a really good hard shake, and that is, to die for. I know Big G will come on and start spouting all his rubbish about tea punches, which is just like agricole, like a tiny bit of lime like that, and a bit of sugar, and he tells me he's not got a sweet tooth. There's more sugar in that than what there is in a flipping daiquiri. He's bloody. Sorry, G.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, daiquiris. Look at that, still like proper ice and cold.
Yes,
I love it. It's so delicious too. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna become a new bar favorite for us.
But it's just a great way of trying different rums.
Absolutely.
And I think I love the idea.
It's tremendous. Like, we have 122 proof rum in here. I cannot believe how smooth.
Oh yeah,
this daiquiri is. So, I mean, for a smooth, sweet guy like me.
So my recent series of videos, so I drop videos twice a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, but the recent series I've dropped them one a week, and it's the grand finale coming up next week. I've tested all 35 white rums because I love white rum daiquiris as opposed to golden rums.
Yeah.
And the first 3, so I broke them down. I broke them down into English style, blended, and then UK rums, and then I did Spanish style rums. Okay, so it's 3 videos with 4 different styles, but the grand finale is me doing a blind tasting of my top. I won't say how many because that was spoiling the thing.
That's awesome.
So are these videos already out?
The first 3 are. The grand finale comes out on Tuesday. But the point is, even with the white rums, however many white rums I put into the video, they all taste. And even blind tasting, you can taste the difference between the rums. And not many people comprehend that. It's just this mind-blowing thing. It's just like,
that's where I was going with it. Is that we kind of have the mixture down right, and so we just need to try all these other rums to try and see which ones make the perfect cocktail.
Don't make any plans tomorrow.
I think we might be a little busy.
Sunday rum day, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean,
I heard this. So this is something that I got from a very professional rum drinker. They know a lot of what they're talking about, and I want to make sure I put this out here. But I've heard that the Thai punch is far superior and no ice. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Is that in the comments?
It's in the comments. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
I love the way you've even humiliated him and butchered how you say tea punch.
Tea punch. You're welcome.
It's like throwing shade.
Say things really wrong.
It's like throwing shade, and then there's throwing shade, and I love what you've just done there. The tea punch, yes.
Man, the American accent, you gotta love it.
Oh man, this is awesome.
Oh, gee, big G.
I love this.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Dang
There he
it.
is, right at the bottom. So I'm gonna call it the Thai punch now.
The Thai punch. The Thai punch. I love it. I love it. No, it's amazing. So I appreciate you hanging out with us. I don't want to keep you up super far past your bedtime because I know you need your beauty rest. I know you got a big day tomorrow. The live show is tomorrow. So we got to keep you prepped for that. But yeah. I do want to say thank you for coming and hanging out with us, making drinks.
Okay, I'm going to stop him right here. I'm hoping that we get to do this again with some.
Yes. Yeah. We would love to.
This is fantastic.
We would love to join you again.
You know, I love talking with you. You're just such a wonderful source of information and knowledge. You know,
I make it all up as I go along.
What's that?
I make it all up as I go along.
That's what we do.
That's what we do too.
Yep.
Right?
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
I love it. If anyone wants to know how this show was prepped today, we literally had like 3 emails back and forth with some bullet points of like we were going to talk about. And he literally emailed us this morning. We were going to make a daiquiri to pick up me a text and said, hey, pick up these ingredients.
We gotta go get this.
We're like, all right, we're just showing up. Let's do it. We could do this.
Yeah.
So that's how we prepped.
Yeah.
So
we pretty much wing everything.
But
who forgot it? Trevor Rose, the Canadian. Hello, Trevor.
Trevor's in the house. Love it. We got some great people in here. Just appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us on a Saturday. I know you had to take some time out of a Saturday to do it, so I appreciate that and hanging out with us. If you guys
truly do,
make sure you give a thumbs up to let more people out there know that rum is the best rum in the world. That we're talking about it. We're drinking it every week. We're showing people.
And again, you got to check out Steve the Barman videos.
You guys aren't familiar.
Got to do
welcome.
That.
I'm glad we could get you guys involved and be able to check some of his stuff out. And I just appreciate all that. I did get the links, I believe, all down there. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe all the links are down there. So if you're looking for any of our stuff, it's all down there. You guys are welcome.
Yeah.
I try to get
join
it down
us
there.
Wednesday night if you want.
Yes. So it's a ton of fun, but a huge thing, Steve. I always do this with rum companies, but I'm gonna do it right before we leave. If your show had a spirit animal, what would it be?
Yes, that's a real question.
That's a real question. You're welcome.
You can tell I make it to the end of your videos. If my show has a spirit animal,
what would that animal be?
Yeah, what would that animal be?
A cuddly panda. There we go.
Panda.
Panda.
Yeah, I love it.
Very big old cuddly panda.
You know, the thing about the panda is it looks all cuddly and nice, but it'll get you when you're not looking, So
all right, let's go koala then.
Koala. I love it. That's awesome. No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, lads.
Hanging out with us. Hope to get to do it again here soon, and hope to make a regular thing out of it. We'd love to hang out a little bit more and
maybe really teach us another cocktail.
Teach us some more cocktails, do some more fun stuff. Right? I think we could do some really cool stuff. So appreciate you being here for the cause of rum and showing more people what it's about. And I hope everybody out there had a great time with us. I hope you're all enjoying your Saturday. You guys are absolutely amazing. We couldn't do this without the rum community and you guys hanging out with us. You guys are the real MVPs.
You're the best.
So thank you for hanging out with us. And with that, Royer, let's get them home safe.
Always drink responsibly. Never drink and drive. And no rums were harmed during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see you next time, guys.
Take care, all.
Hello.